Hello, good morning, everyone. This is Jeremiah, part of the sales engineering team here at Forcepoint. And heads up, this video is a couple of minutes because I want to go through as much as I can about this new use case that I encountered from one of our customers. And all of the teachings, recordings, anything I run my mouth about is my own opinion. And just for disclaimer, okay, there's just don't quote me. We were able to test this in the lab and we were able to address it. And I'm just going to share to you how it was done. No bullshit. Okay. So the scenario is we have a user from our meeting who asked, hey, we have a share file within our environment. How can your endpoint solution help us block sensitive information? Okay, so the scenario, we have a user here. By the way, we're going to be covering a couple of scenarios here. One of which is, computer being in the internal, and then or the endpoint being in the internal, and also from the outside network, how we can actually address it. But basically, I would like to address the issue and how our software or solution help the customer. And this might be applicable to you. You currently have a project similar to this. What is a ShareFile? ShareFile is a cloud-based platform for collaboration. And I'm going to show that on the next video. I'm going to create an account and I'll show you our software in action. And this is a cloud-based application, okay? So we're going to draw internet here, internet. And then I presented two scenarios to the customer, HQ, okay? All right, so let's talk about the first scenario. Manage endpoint, okay? In the internal network. Internal, and we will address that. So the scenario is the user connected to HQ, okay, internal HQ, and goes out, uploads data to ShareFile. At this current setup, it will go through because nothing is monitoring the endpoint. So the question now is, how do I block sensitive information from being uploaded to ShareFile from a managed endpoint? I told them it's easy. Let's install an endpoint on endpoint agent on your workstations. So we're gonna install. By the way, our solution, our DLP solution has 4 control points. It has cloud apps for discovery data, sensitive information scanning, endpoint, which is the one that I presented to the customer. We have network, covers web and email, and the last one is discovery, okay? So we're gonna install the endpoint here. We call it F1E, and then we will deploy our FSM. FSM is just our manager, Forcepoint security manager. Okay, this manager holds the policy. This is where we, what do you call this? This is where we craft all the policies, really easy to use. We can do predefined or custom policy. We also collect all the incidents here. This is gonna be easy for your analyst. They don't have to log into multiple portals to grab information they need to create an action. It's just one place. And we can also run reporting here. Now, the reporting, we have a lot of options. We have out-of-the-box catalog reports, but then these reports can be customizable and can be saved as your own. or you can create one from scratch if you want to, if you like reinventing some, the wheel. Okay, so that's you know what, let's do it. Let's install a endpoint server here, EPS. Okay. Okay. So this is a simple solution. I told him put the endpoint, and then this endpoint have a copy of the DLP policy, okay, to protect Social Security and credit card. We tested this in the lab, and we were looking for Social Security number and credit card information. And now with this scenario, if the user will try to upload files again to ShareFile, it will be blocked because we are monitoring the browser now. Okay, we're hooking to the browser. No plugins really, no plugins needed on the browser. I had that question of one of our customers: do you need a plugin on the browser? I told them, nope, we don't need. I mean, you just need the endpoint there. The endpoint there is sitting like a pit bull looking for Social Security number and credit card information. Okay, so that is it. That is the solution. Really simple. Okay, drop the endpoint on the workstation, create policy, look for sensitive information, whatever you're looking for, and then that's it. Okay. Now let's look at the second scenario, external. Now, with the virus, COVID-19, a lot of office people now they work remote. So they're not in the office. They're more than likely to freely upload data anywhere. And in this example, a ShareFile. Okay, so the scenario on the external now is this user working from home. Now we'll upload data to ShareFile. At this current state, he will be able to directly share files here. Nothing is watching on the endpoint. Okay. If we drop our agent here, by the way, our agent is the one agent we use for web, CASB, DLP, and so on and so forth. I mean, one endpoint. Unlike other solution, you will need an endpoint for web. You will need an endpoint for email. You will need an endpoint for DLP, for endpoint. You need an endpoint for DLP, et cetera, et cetera. Endpoint for everything. It's crazy. I mean, you're just basically going to run this computer based on the endpoints. And then this guy now gets upset because he can do work because computer is slow because of all the endpoints running. That's not how we do things here at Forcepoint. We only have one endpoint, and that's it. Low performance or low. It's sexy, right? Skinny. It does not or lightweight. Lightweight. It does not hog your computer like other solutions out there. So now this endpoint will also have DLP policy and Social Security and credit card. Now, the question of the customer: hey, how can this endpoint get a copy of the policy? Let's say one of my security analysts here push out policy, okay, and I would like to add names. He added names on the policy. What happens? Okay, so internally it's really easy because this endpoint will just connect to the endpoint server. Now this endpoint server directly communicates to the FSM, okay, to get copies of the policy and forward the incidents. Okay, and what the outside is, because they're outside of the network, we have to make give this endpoint communication to the manager. And a lot of the HQ infrastructure have DMZ, okay? DMZ. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put that endpoint, another endpoint server here. By the way, it's free. We don't charge customers we don't nickel and dime our customers. You can put as much as many endpoint servers as you want for free, okay? And then this endpoint, same thing again, same as this internal endpoint server. It communicates to the manager, get copies of the policy for the incident, okay? Now this endpoint, what it will do is it will try to communicate, go out to the internet, go out to connect to HQ, connect to DMZ, and then now connect to endpoint server to get copies of the policy. And then this guy added names on the policy. By the way, logging in to one workspace, to one manager, okay, not multiple ones, and then add names here, okay. If I can write names, okay. So now the policy will look for Social Security number, credit card, and names. And by the way, our solution does not create one incident per trigger. If our solution sees Social Security number, create an incident. Credit card number, create an incident. Names, create an incident. No, it does not do that. It's smart, okay? If there are three of these characteristics on a particular file, this user tries to upload to ShareFile, it will create one incident and then put 3 triggers. So you know that this person is really trying to do something, okay? By the way, data exfil can happen 3 ways. Accidental, a user that has been compromised, or someone is just being, I don't really want to say the word, but I want to be polite, just being malicious, okay? Trying to really steal data from your organization. Also, another feature of our DLP solution is being able to identify risky users within your environment. So instead of your security analyst or incident responders will go through hundreds and thousands of tickets, they will look at our incident risk ranking page, and then it will show, okay, the risky user within your organization. That's a game changer. Normally it takes, I worked in the SOC before. Normally it takes like 35 to 45 minutes to perform an investigation and then create an actionable item, make a case for system admins to disable an account. Here, you go to our incident risk ranking and you immediately see the risky user along with all the incidents that that person generated, okay? You can make a case just because of that. You can export that to a PDF and then create a ticket on your own internal ticketing system like ServiceNow and attach that PDF. Hey, can you disable this user's account? He's trying to share or upload some sensitive data to ShareFile. Okay. One thing I like about our company, we always challenge ourselves, push ourselves. We even added a feature. We call it dynamic data protection. Okay. So the user here at the moment, without the DDP, there's still an analyst interaction because, they still have to review the incident, they have to make a decision, and then disable the account. With DDP, we will have, it's like a smart DLP or next generation DLP. Okay, what it does is without analyst intervention based on the user's crazy activity, we will impose and disable his account automatically based on his interaction with data. That's next level stuff, okay? But again, I'm not gonna talk about it here because that's a totally different topic. I don't want, I tend to digress or go off topic, so I'm trying to get myself back in line here with ShareFile. So for the use case, how do I block sensitive information from being uploaded to ShareFile from a managed endpoint by Citrix? This is it. It's really simple. We drop an endpoint agent that has a copy of your DLP policy that is being managed in one place, and that's it. Drop it like it's hot. Okay, I think that's it. That's a mouthful. Thank you very much for your time, for watching my video. And I hope these videos get better. I posted a couple of them. The other ones sound, you know, I learn. I get better as I do these videos. So be patient with me. I'm not perfect. I'm not super. I'm actually afraid doing stuff like this, or you know, being in front of people. But I just purely want to help you guys out. To those managers, directors out there, if you have a data security initiative, talk to me. You know, we might be able to do something, help each other out. But my goal is to help you guys out. Okay. That's it. If you have any questions, concern, violent reaction about this video, contact me. All right. And it's time for jiu-jitsu training. So I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Take care and feel free to share this and have a great day. Bye-bye.